Imagine a world without electricity, without the internet, without even the printing press, battle cries echoing through dark forests, heroic tales told by firelight, and the very first breaths of the English language. Today we travel back in time to the cradle of English literature, the Old English Anglo-Saxon period. It's around the year 450 the Roman Empire has grown weak. Roman legions withdraw from Britain, leaving the land exposed, and then new invaders arrive, the Germanic tribes, Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. In fact, the very name England comes from the Angles, Angle land, the land of the Angles. These tribes brought not only their swords but also their language. Here the roots of English were planted, but Old English was nothing like modern English. It was almost a foreign tongue. For instance, the word house was H-U-S and stone was S-T-A-N. Now close your eyes. Picture yourself in an Anglo-Saxon village in the 8th century. Night has fallen, the wind howls outside. Villagers gather around the fire. A scop, a bard, begins to sing, strumming a harp-like instrument. Everyone is spellbound, for writing is not yet common. History, heroism, belief, all are carried by the power of spoken word. And then from this world comes the greatest treasure of the Old English age, Beowulf, a legend, a heroic tale, a mirror of an entire culture. Beowulf, a warrior from Geatland, sails to aid the Danish king. For in the king's great mead hall lurks a monster, Grendel. Beowulf slays him with his bare hands. But the story doesn't end there. Grendel's mother rises for vengeance, and Beowulf must dive into the depths of a dark, haunted lake to face her. Years pass. Beowulf grows old, becomes a king. His final battle is against a dragon, and this time he cannot escape fate. His death reflects the Anglo-Saxon worldview. Heroism may be immortal, but man is mortal. But the Old English age was not only about war and warriors. It was also about transformation. The Anglo-Saxons began as pagans, worshipping gods like Woden, Tiw, and Thor. Even today, their memory survives in our weekdays. Wednesday, Woden's Day; Thursday, Thor's Day. Yet over time, Christianity spread. Monks in monasteries began to write. Oral tradition became written tradition. One of the earliest English poems, Caedmon's Hymn, was preserved in this way, marking the rise of religious themes in English literature. So what was Old English really like? It had only about half the vocabulary of today's English, but its grammar was far more complex, closer to German or Icelandic. Even common words held fascinating roots. Lord comes from hlafwerd, literally keeper of the bread. Lady comes from hlafdij, she who kneads the bread. The language itself reveals the society that spoke it, daily life etched into every word. By 1066, England faced a turning point, the Norman conquest. William the Conqueror triumphed at the Battle of Hastings, and French became the language of the court. This marked the end of Old English and the beginning of a new chapter, Middle English. Yet without Beowulf, without the writings of Anglo-Saxon monks, the roots of English literature might have been lost forever. Today we've journeyed through the darkest yet most fascinating age of English literature. Old English, a world of battles, epics, heroes, and faith. But where does the story go next? To the vibrant world of Middle English, where Geoffrey Chaucer will bring to life characters you'll never forget. Until then, remember, history does not live only in the past. When we tell its stories, it lives again.